And we are back. I checked yung audio kanina for the first half of the show and pasensya na kung medyo tunog lata kasi ano pala na iba yung na pick up ng Zoom na microphone.
Okay.
So, yeah. Hindi naman natunog lata. Doms, hindi natunog lata? Okay na?
Okay na.
Salamat.
Ata.
Salamat
Malalaman natin
co-host.
mamaya pagtapos.
Salamat.
Sorry, wala akong support.
Salamat. Tunog lata na pala ako.
Hindi ko alam.
So, pasensya
Hindi ko
na.
din alam.
Okay
diba?
lang. Okay lang sa'yo, Arga. Pero yung co-host ko, wala talaga kaming chemistry.
Maganda pa rin kasi yung boses mo, pre, kahit na tunog lata. Nice ba yan?
Ayos yan.
The topic was intense, I guess. Kaya we weren't able to notice.
Buti na lang, hindi ako masyado nagkukwento. Hindi ako masyado nagdadadada nung kanina. So, okay na. Ito na.
Nabawasan tayo ng subscribers.
Okay. At ito yan. Sorry sa Kuya Francis, sorry. Ganyan. Shoutout po sa inyo. Yan, sa ating avid listeners from
Riyadh.
Sasabi ko na Africa.
Huwag naman dali sa Africa yung ate ko.
Sorry. Okay, si Edward po ay nag-reply. Wala daw siya sa bahay nila. So, sad reacts only.
Pwede natin siya i-back.
Gagawa na lang kami ng separate episode just to hindi ka naman namin ibabash. See you next week. Reply ka naman. Yan. Just before so may thoughts si Arga just before she shares her thoughts. I just want to say na I really like what you said, the look for the things that will help you. You mentioned that a while ago. When I was feeling overwhelmed last week, yun nga, I was doing this report and it's sobrang hindi ko talaga siya magets kung paano ko siya gagawin. And then, first time ko ulit matulog ng umaga, like mga 2 a.m. because I was trying to figure it out. Alam ko na, parang, you know when it seems easy, but it feels like sa utak mo parang ang daming what if mali yung gawin ko or basta may mga ganun akong
critical thoughts, ganyan.
Oo.
Self-doubt.
I mean, I was trying to make it simple. Parang ganun kasi ako pag na-overwhelmed. I try to see kung paano ko ba siya mapapadali muna. Or ano yung mga ways na pwede kong gawin para mapadali siya. So, I was thinking, ano kaya pwede kong gawin? And then, parang, sa sobrang tagal ko siyang iniisip, nag-overthink na ako, tapos hindi ko siya ma-execute. Ang tagal ko nung araw na yun, na hindi ko siya ma-execute. Tinry kong mag-pause, di ba? Mag-pause, sinubukan ko maglakad-lakad dito, kumain, whatever na stimulate ng utak ko ulit just to figure it out. Pero ang tagal ko siya bago nagawa and sobrang timely lang nung so yun, I tried to ask help sa internet. I look for things na pwede kong gawin just to focus, yan. And then I came across ulit meditating. So at the course of that day na sobrang struggle ako,
amidst of everything, chaos, ganyan.
Oo. I mean, eventually nagawa ko siya. And then ang deadline ko kasi noon parang the following day. So okay naman siya. So yung puyat worth it naman ganyan. But it took me a day, but siguro kahit it took me a day, medyo matagal. I mean, may common thing tayo ginawa na seeked help, took a pause. Ang hindi ko lang ginawa nun is I to write it down. Kasi I think it helps na you'll able to see it and then you'll able to write it down. Di ba yung iba pa you have to speak it out loud para ma-acknowledge mo lang yung problem and ma-internalize mo siya. But yun, Kaya parang it's very timely to have this. Kasi gusto ko din matuto at the same time wanna know what you do. And I mean parang you when we really think about it, there's some way that everything will align kasi I learned yung book ni Tim Ferriss suddenly popped up, and then I searched for it, and then I was seeing all the experiences na nakita ng mga tao, and then not knowing na I will be struggling na pareho nun. So I think somehow I'm becoming a believer of just putting your thoughts out there, and then alam mo yun, slowly, like the parang sobrang gamit na nung word na manifestation, but it does come to you in some form at some way when biglang ma-realize na iniisip ko lang to nung isang araw, and then it came to me.
Nangyari, no?
So parang it's very very surprising na although cliche nga, like what I said, it's very surprising
siguro
that it actually comes to you.
Siguro nangyari din sa Mon yung yung analysis paralysis na tinatawag. Yung parang the more you think about doing something na ako nangyari din sa akin yun na parang if I have a task and I'm trying to think of a way na mas papabilis ko siya, parang ano ba yung mas mabilis na way, and then eventually ang tagal ko na, dito na lang ako sa long way. Pero kumbaga meron naman akong longer way of doing it. But I'm trying to think of a shorter way. Ayun nga lang ang nangyayari. As I think of it, lalong tumatagal yun hanggang sa sige, doon na lang ako sa long way. So parang yun yung analysis paralysis na the more you think about it, imbis na nagiging productive ka, mas lalo ka nagiging unproductive.
Other way around.
Nakakatawa kasi yung dati kong boss sa BB, parang we were exchanging thoughts, no? Tapos parang sabi niya, dyslexic ka ba? Tapos sabi ko, di ko pa alam ibig sabihin ng dyslexic nun. Tapos parang, bakit kaya? Ano kaya ibig sabihin? Sabi ko, hindi. Syempre,
Pokemon
hindi.
po ba yun?
Sabi ko, hindi.
Pokemon po ba yun?
Tapos parang, di ba yung dyslexic pala parang, yung ano tawag sa kanya?
Letters.
Yung letters, di ba, na pag jumble mo.
Iba yung perception mo.
Iba yung nasasabi mo doon sa nababasa mo, tas parang nag-jumble siya.
Correct.
Like doon sa movie ni Kevin Hart. May movie si Kevin Hart nun eh. Parang night student siya. Anyway, tapos ang isip ko, hindi naman ako gano'n. Kaya ako magbasa, ganyan. Pero parang advanced, I mean, parang sobrang jumbled yung, hindi siya sa words, pero jumbled yung thoughts ko. Na hindi ako mapagsalita ng diretso.
Articulate.
Nag-stuck yun sa utak. Nag-stuck yun sa utak ko. At hanggang ngayon, parang, ako, dyslexic ba ako? Hindi ba ako makapag-focus? Kasi may mga ganong instances, di ba? Parang,
pati ikaw napaisip ka na.
Parang bigla kang,
no?
may ginagawa ka, tapos biglang napatingin ka sa phone mo, tapos biglang mawawala. Kaya di ba, mag-text tayo last week, Arga, sabi ko sa'yo, sorry, ang tagal ko mag-reply kasi yung phone ko nasa kama ko para hindi ako kasi para tinatry ko na lahat para lang hindi ako mawala sa focus, but yun, share ko lang kasi paminsan nag-stick talaga sa akin yun, pero hindi naman siguro.
Parang na-hurt ka pa.
Oo, man. Hindi sila hurt, pero parang lagi ko iniisip na yung words na sinasabi mo, kahit if you mean it or not, will really have an impact to a person.
Totoo.
Diba? Ang layo na nun from pinag-uusap lang kami about dyslexic, tas alam mo yun, parang
tumatak, no?
Hindi naman siya negative na sinabi sa akin, pero 3 years, 4 years ago sinabi, tapos parang nakatatak pa din siya sa akin. So anyway, sobrang lumayo na sa topic. Pero if there's something na take away man dun sa conversation na nagawa natin, parang whatever you say, good or bad, intentional man o hindi, parang it would really impact a person. So yeah, be careful lang with your words. Anyway, with what you're about to share, Arga. Sorry.
Yeah, kasi kanina you were talking about the other side of Dom's experience, diba? So Dom was able to ask for help, and then it turned out that's the alternative na kailangan pala talagang gawin so that the task will be fulfilled, diba? Now on the other way around, kasi what you did before you ask for help, there's actually parang meron ka ng parang thought na baka, alam mo yun, ang dami nang tumatakbo sa isip mo na baka kapag nag-ask ka ng help, makakadagdag lang, or baka hindi nila magawa yung work nila. Alam mo yun, tama, when we feel overwhelmed, it will lead to overthinking. Kahit na, and when we overthink, papasok na yung mga worry, 'di ba? And some negative thoughts. So ang ending nga, mas lalong masa-stuck, mas lalong hindi magagawa yung work. But a lot of our worries or even our negative thinking or our assumption, 'di ba? Assumption nga is the lowest form of knowledge, 'di ba? And if we hold on to that, na hindi pa natin nga ginagawa yung dapat lang talaga natin gawin, lalo tayong tatagal, 'di ba? Lalong hindi magagawa yung work. So ayun, in terms of what we're talking right now about feeling overwhelmed, I guess ayun, instead of just thinking or adding another layer of suffering, kasi we are already suffering kasi nga overwhelmed na tayo, instead of adding more things na unnecessary, I think let's simplify what you try to do, diba? Simplify the task, break it into simpler steps para at least mas magkaroon ng direction, mas ma-achieve natin what we really need to achieve. And I also want to for us to think then systematically, okay? Not in the sense na parang we're so rigid. When I say systematically, that we're actually part of a bigger system. Now, we don't just function as one. Diba? Kasi kanina, you were saying na ang daming task na dapat may kanya-kanya tayong task, diba? So that's actually the reason why we have to work together. Kasi nga, we are all working in a system. And if one part of the system is not functioning, like for example, computer, diba? Okay si CPU, okay din si monitor, pero si mouse hindi gumagalaw, 'di ba? And ano ang magiging magagawa pa rin ba ni CPU yung purpose niya? Magagawa din ba ni monitor yung purpose niya? Syempre hindi. So no matter how we think of ourselves as a small part of a bigger system, we are actually working as one, 'di ba? So it's really important to ask for help, lalo na kapag 'di ba? Minsan kasi we also parang think highly of ourselves. It's a very tawag nito very humbling experience na when we admit that we can't do this. Kasi it will give way to a new learning, to a higher learning, 'di ba? Yeah. So kasi minsan yung ego natin it parang takes so much of our of what we do, 'di ba? Na dapat nga parang we also have to like think or reflect better, 'di ba? Na hindi tayo dapat papatalo sa ego natin din. Kasi tawag nito kapag lalo na 'di ba mga guys, 'di ba? Not to pero 'di ba? Maano talaga yung ego ng
totoo.
Like ayun
Ay, go.
Kasi ako, tawag nito, kaya I'm aware, I feel like I have an ego of a man. Kaya, so parang having said that, tawag nito, I have to make sure na i-balance out ko din na hindi talaga lahat magagawa natin by ourselves. Diba? Kaya nga we are in a community. Oo.
You know, I was talking to this friend while I was doing the report. Parang na yun mga 10 na siguro, 10, 11 na ng gabi. Tapos sabi ko parang dapat humingi na ako ng tulong, ganyan. Kasi kaya lang naman ako hindi humingi ng tulong kasi nga una bida-bida tayo. Tapos parang nahiya na ako to ask kasi ito one of the downsides of being if from working at home is you don't know, or I don't know what my teammates are actually doing, or kung gaano na
Correct.
kabigat yung workload nila. And
Tama.
then for me to parang kasi alam na I'm always considering their working condition, baka they're stressed na, we don't wanna add more to their work, or parang
You
at
feel
least
like a burden, ganyan.
at least their
Mm-mm.
time they should spend their time finishing their tasks or whatever. So yun, uh uh mali ko yun. Mali ko yun na dapat nagtanong na ako para at least kahit papaano parang nakatulog ako ng 12, unlike 2 a.m. ganun, di ba?
Mm-mm.
But I mean, they also they ayun nga problema ko yun they offered naman parang that the culture of the team at the onset of me joining was very open naman. It was me na parang like I said, taas ng pride, yung ego yung nangingibabaw na I'll try to figure things out on my own first, and then
Hindi ko
pagka
pala kaya.
leche
Joke
na,
lang, hindi
that's
ko
the
pala
time when I
kaya.
ask, joke lang, hindi ko pala kaya. But I think that's a very, very bad habit to do while working. Kasi pag nagkanda leche na, and then that's the time you're gonna ask for work, that will also add another level of stress to your workmates. Tapos everything parang ngarag na, or you won't be able to really panakibutas na lang yung mga solutions na pwedeng gawin. So don't do that.
Actually
Ask for help.
may similar ako na habit. Yung sa'yo mo is more on parang you'll try to figure out sa sarili mo muna. Ako naman, meron akong, ang tawag sa akin nga before ng boss ko si Boy Oo. Yung pag inoferan ako ng work, parang gano'n. Sige,
Yeah.
parang gano'n. And ito, to be honest, hindi ko siya iniisip agad na parang kunyari binigay yung work. Parang siguro, I don't know, the normal human, what would they do is isipin mo nila, kaya ba nila to with the schedule. Ako hindi ko alam, parang nagde-default sa akin, sige, kaya yan. Tapos biglang pag nansa sa akin na parang, bakit ko yun sinabi? Anong sinabi ko? Yes, doon na siya nag-sink in. So parang, kaya minsan, parang sabi nila, ang dami mo naman ginagawa, ganyan. So parang, hindi ko naman to ginusto, hindi ko nga alam, ba't ko to kinuha? So parang ganun. So, yun, siguro, doon sa mga listeners, you have to consider that also. Huwag masyado mag-oo. Think of it, di ba? Hindi naman tayo robot na parang kuha-kuha lang. And yun. Yun yung mahirap.
Pero did it help you in any way, that kind of attitude? Kasi parang if I'm your boss, tapos parang, uy, si Doms, he's very accepting, flexible, yan, go lang siya with the flow of kung ano ang bigay ko, did that merit you at some way with career advancement, salary improvement?
Actually, it helped a lot kasi before ako umalis nun sa company ko before, na-nominate ako for Employee of the Year. And one of the reasons nun is ang dami kong hawak na project na malalaki na hindi ko natanggihan. So, although wala rin naman akong, kasi nung kinuha ko siya, hindi pa naman siya ganun kalaki. Tapos parang lang siya, parang nag-progress lang siya, ganyan. So, at meron din siya talagang upside na yun nga. Kung di naman dahil dun, I think, kasi to be honest, yung 2019 ko kasi, I would consider that as my peak na parang career, na parang ang gaganda ng projects, may mga appreciations. Pagdating ng 2020, yun na yung parang down ko naman, doon naman ako in anxiety. So parang lahat ng pagod ko ng 2019, bumuho siya ng 2020. Nag-pile up siya. So parang meron din upside, meron ding downside.
Correct.
So mas maganda siguro kung gumit na lang. Parang ganun. So
balance.
Yeah, oo nga.
Balance. Double-edged sword kasi siya when you say, when you always say yes, diba? Syempre, for sure, ma-work on talaga yung resiliency mo. And it's a good stretch, diba, on our end na yung stretch in a way na you will really improve. You'll be able to achieve or be aware dun sa mga capabilities mo na you're not even aware of in the first place. Now, the downside is that, syempre, pwedeng mag-suffer ang mental health, and then also relationship, you won't have time for other activities na akala natin hindi kailangan, or even yung having just a simple break, 'di ba? Parang mawu-burn out ka, and then pag na-burn out ka, mababurn out ka, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Tama.
And pag na-burn out ka, syempre hindi ka na magiging consistent doon sa nasimulan mo. Ang ending no, tatanungin ka na ano nangyari, 'di ba? Ang galing mo before. Kaya we have to make it a point talaga na to balance out and to have the different types of rest. 'Di ba? Sabi nga nila meron tayong 7 types of rest.
May ganun pala.
Yes,
Ay.
creative rest, physical rest, mental rest, emotional rest. Ano pa ba? Meron pang basta 7 yon, 7 types of rest. Kaya
I-search
when
natin
you
yan.
feel like you're tired, and then parang akala mo physical lang yung tiredness mo, and then natulog ka, 'di ba? Pero parang pagkagising mo, hindi ka pa rin okay.
Yes, amen.
You need a different type of rest. So, maybe you need a
Oh.
creative rest, or maybe mental rest pala ang kailangan mo, 'di ba? You just have to, take out yourself from this particular situation. Or maybe you're feeling really heavy about something na may nangyari sa personal life mo. And then, syempre, maapektuhan yung other aspect mo ng life. So, ayun, it's also a good thing na baka pag na-overwhelm tayo, it is because we are actually tired, diba? And yun, it will lead dun sa, nakalimutan ko palang point kanina, dun sa sinabi ko. Kasi, diba, the first thing that I've said about when you feel overwhelmed is to actually define what is overwhelming for you. Okay? And now, if you
That's nice. That's nice to
define,
point out.
now that you know, or you have this kumbaga na label mo na oo nga, na overwhelmed na ako sa nangyayari, okay? And then find out the root cause, 'di ba? So actually this is a very parang very business minded approach, pero parang feeling ko it could also help us address some behaviors, not just positive ones but also definitely negative behaviors then, which is the root cause analysis. So yun, you have to define the problem, and then right after that you have to gather data. So bakit ka ba na-overwhelmed, 'di ba? So yun, define it, and then write it down. Na overwhelm ako kasi meron pa ako nakatambak na work last week, and then tinanggap ko pa to, umuo pa ako, ganyan. So alam mo yon, when you list down, or when you have this data, makikita mo din within yourself na okay, it's because I have poor decision making skills.
Yep.
And I don't know what to prioritize, diba? And then right after nun, syempre you will be able to see then na okay, I have to change these habits. And in order for me to change these habits, I also have to be realistic. I'm not I want to recommend to anyone who's listening right now to read the book called Atomic Habits by James Clear.
Yeah.
And it's a very nice book. I have it with me. Pwede kong isend sa inyo, Doms and Ramon, if you want a copy. Tawag nito, it's a very nice book because James Clear talked about the 1% every day. Okay? Kasi tawag nito, when we want to do something, we have a tendency na parang, diba, sobrang fired up tayo. So meron na rin tayong expectation na, okay, this will happen immediately. I have everything lined up. I know that the steps that I need to do, and so on and so forth. But along the way, along the process, it's not happening, diba? And James Clear had been very clear dun sa sinabi niya na all we have to do is make it a point to improve at least 1%. Okay. So why is 1% lang? It could have been 10%, di ba? Para medyo naman. James Clear wanted to influence his readers na when you set a goal for yourself, like if it's this big, it comprises of small steps, diba? And that small steps, you can consider it as 1%.
Yeah.
And if you set a 10% immediately and you failed kahit na 9% ang nagawa mo, you will still label it as a failure. But if you set yourself na 1% and nagawa mo on a day na 10%, it's like diba, mas lalo kang mamomotivate, mas malalo kang may engganyo to do it. So, ayun, yun yung napakagandang takeaway ni dun sa nabasa ko na book ni James Clear, which is helpful din, especially if we're losing focus, 'di ba? Bakit ba ako nawawala sa focus? Kasi nga naaano na ako, 'di ba? I failed to do the 1% improvement for
Yeah.
myself.
Actually,
parang related din siya. Sige, sorry man.
sorry, actually na pinanood ko din siya yung wala pa kasi ako ng ebook, but marami sa YouTube nung para explainer ng book niya. And then I'm trying to implement it with my current work system. So I made a system for myself then. Kasi nga I'm also trying to, hindi na nga siya goal eh. I know that I have this end goal, but I'm more focused on the system that I have with me na I can do every day. Like, yun nga, working out, like reading at least 30 minutes a day, writing, ganyan. Parang compounding things that you can do at the moment. Kasi parang last year I was writing goals, ang na-achieve ko lang dun sa goals ay yung 1,000 plays sa podcast ko. And then, di ba, after nun, nawala ako. Like, after reaching that 1,000 plays, I was feeling very proud of myself. Pero, that was the time na binenta yung laptop, nawalan ako ng pang-edit. So, I stopped. Like, 3 months to stop. And then, I was telling nga kay Doms na I could have done this, like hindi 100% na setup, but at least I'm able to produce something, di ba? Produce at least try to get better at it 1% at a time, di ba? So that's a very nice book to read.
Yeah.
Related din yun doon sa sinabi kanina ni
Pahingi
Arga
ako.
na yung mga task kailangan natin sa i-chunk, ihati-hatiin kasi
Simplify.
parang pag similar with the 1% na parang pag may na-check ka, you feel motivated eh. So dun sa 1% pa 1% mo na yun, eventually ma-reach mo rin yung 10%, 20%, di ba?
Totoo.
Oh, yeah. Wag lang siguro, maganda yun eh, na wag kang mawawala ng patience pag nag-ini-improve yung sarili mo, kailangan.
Actually, meron ako dito maliit na calendar, like, did you read today or did you write? Di ba sinabi niya dun sa book na parang list the things that you can do, yung system that would trigger from one thing to another and stuff like that. So, what was I about to say? Shucks, wala yung thought ko.
We'll be right back. Joke lang.
Sorry.
Wala.
Salahin mo muna ako, Dom. Nakalimutan ko yung sasabihin.
Pero sige, ako hindi ko pa siya na basa, pero parang ang ganda niyang book, no. Especially yung sinabi rin kanina ni Arga na you have to find the root cause pag may sinosolve ka na something. Kasi ako field ko yung process improvement. So parang na namin yun, mantra na namin or parang quote na namin na lagi, you have to find the root cause before you solve something. Kasi hindi ka pwedeng nag-jump lang to conclusion na ay pagod ako, feel ko gutom lang ako, so kakain ako, tapos parang pagod pa din ako.
Hindi pala yun.
Then yung kunyari tutulog na lang ako, tapos parang ginagawa mo escape yung tulog, tapos hindi naman pala pagising mo, parang hindi pa rin ako okay. So you have to find talaga yung maliit na nagkukos ng problem na yun sa'yo bago ka mag-jump into conclusion eh. So,
naalala ko na.
Yeah.
Naalala ko na. Kasi yung 1%, parang ina-apply ko na din siya with work, ganyan. Especially with reports. So if I know na the deadline is 28, ganyan. Gagawa ko na siguro first slide today until ma-pace ko yung sarili ko na on the 28th I should be able to finish all the report and then send it. Baka sabihin nyo, ba't di mo siya ginawa nung isang araw, ganyan. Kasi hindi ko talaga siya makuha.
Hindi
ko talaga siya makuha. Okay. Ayun.
So, pero nire-reward mo ba yung sarili mo pag every time? May ganun ba kayong system na May reward system ba kayo sa sarili nyo if ever, every time na may na-accomplish kayo?
Parang reinforcement, ganyan.
Oo, may ganun ba? Or nauuna yung reward? Minsan kasi ganun, nauuna yung reward bago yung task eh.
Ikaw, Arga.
Shopee muna, bago ano.
Okay. Ako parang I'm not very particular with rewards. I think the fact that I already did what I need to do, parang it is considered as a reward for me. That's why wala akong parang tangible na it's a rare occasion na parang may tangible thing. Parang siguro it will actually depend din sa goal ng isang tao eh. Oo. Ako parang more of I want to work on within myself internally. So the moment that I accomplish it, it serves as the reward. Parang the goal itself is the reward already. So ayun.
Alright.
I think for me, mag-aalat lang ako ng parang 1 hour to 2 hours na I can just relax.
Idle, ganyan.
Parang
turn off lang. No?
Lately, my routine is after work, I work out and then mag-spend lang ako ng ilang hours to idle before reviewing again in the night. So para lang meron lang akong pause to gather ulit and then do the next task ganyan.
Correct.
So ganun lang
disconnect to connect.
Yes.
Tama. Hindi ako Shopee budol kasi parang hindi
baka sa 3-3 pa.
sa ano pa 3-3 3-3 sa payday sale. Ikaw Doms, quick. Meron ka bang
ako actually gano'n lang din, rest and then paminsan-minsan treat yourself with coffee lang ganun. Pero nothing too naman masyadong bongga. Pero important naman kasi siya. Nabigyan mo yung sarili mo ng reward.
Totoo. Recognition kumbaga.
Yeah, kailangan din kasi siya at some way or form. Like gusto mo lumabas, yung simpleng ang pagbili ko ng chichirya sa labas, parang reward ko na siya sa sarili ko na
wow, cheapy.
Mag-pause. Ganyan. Nova Piatos, ganyan. Masaya na ako dun eh. So ayun. Yeah, I think that's all the time that we have for this episode. Very, very insightful. Once again, I think isa na naman to sa pinaka madaming listens. Claiming it.
Sabihin natin yan.
Sure.
Sana. Yes.
Yeah. So again, just want to run down a few important things that we were able to mention before we go. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, Dom said make a list. So tick off your weekly or daily task. Arga said identify the cause, what the problem is, and then this is something that I really like. Call out to yourself na you're feeling overwhelmed, acknowledge the feeling, pause, right? Walk, take a step back, and then look for the things that would help you. So as a friend, the internet is there. YouTube is there. Maximize natin siya. I'm trying to maximize what I have here, especially on the internet. But if you have a support system, Arga knows it. We have a support system, so schedule a call with your friends just to let things out. Would really, really help. Kahit hindi nyo pag-usapan yung problem itself, but just talking would really help you out. Yeah, so thank you so much, Arga, for dropping by the podcast. Where can they find you? You're back again sa social media.
Yeah, I'm back.
Would you like to share kung saan nila pwede follow or no na?
Okay, sige. So since I'm back, 'di ba? Actually very timely na pagbalik ko, may bagong podcast, 'di ba? Na i-share ako sa inyo. So, 'yon. So for more details so that you can listen to this podcast and marami pa pong mga ibang mga episodes that you can catch that will surely help you in your life, in your decisions. Sige, I'll be posting it dun sa aking Instagram at arga.jpeg. So, yung JPEG ko po, JPG. Ayun, sige. So, ayun. So, I hope to connect with you guys and to be able to share life with you. There. Okay.
Yes.
Sige, sige.
On.
Thank you so much for dropping by,
Thank you.
Doms.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Anything
Thank
to
you.
add?
Wala naman. Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy
Yeah.
Monday. We are uploading this
Happy
on a Monday.
Monday. Yes,
Totoo.
Alright.
everyone.
Na-enjoy nyo or na-maximize nyo yung weekend nyo, di ba?
Yes.
All right. So again,
Important.
thank you everyone for listening. Remember to wash your hands, keep safe, and see you on the next one. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.